Good morning, Faith Community. I am Clint McClure, your children's director. I'm here with Pastor Caleb, coming at you with another devotional. Today we're in Psalm 75. I'm going to read Psalm 75, verses 1 through 3. It says this: "We give thanks to you, God. We give thanks to you, for your name is near. People tell about your wondrous works. When I choose a time, I will judge fairly. When the earth and all its inhabitants shake, I am the one who steadies its pillars. Selah." So in verse 1 right here, it talks about giving thanks. And the reason that it gives is for your name is near. What does that mean, for your name is near?
You know, I've shared in previous devotionals that we wanna look at God's word for reasons to give thanks. And I think one of the major mistakes that we make is we try to find a reason in ourselves instead of looking for a reason in the Lord. What it means to give thanks because God's name is near. His name is near. Your name represents your identity. It represents who you are. It's your person, right? And so for God's name to be near, it means that who he is observed in his works. So you can recognize that God is near by the things you witness around you. So what I like about this is we're moving now from his word to his works. And what connects those two things is his name. And so his name is near. We see his name how? We see it in creation. We see things about the identity of God in creation. What do we learn? We learn about how he is creative. We learn that he is loving. We learn that he is gracious. And we observe those things just by looking at his works around us. So when it says we give thanks because his name is near means his presence is observed near us.
Oh, okay. So that's what it means to know that God's name is near, but why is that a reason to give thanks?
Yeah, so I think that the verses 2 and 3 sort of give the reason, right? So he says, I give thanks because your name is near. But then he says this in verse 2. He says, when I chose a time, I will judge fairly. When the earth and its inhabitants shake, I am the one who steadies its pillars. So we recognize God's name is near and we give thanks. Why? Because he judges fairly. So there's two reasons given here. The first one is he judges fairly. So we can recognize the nearness of God and give thanks for it because his justice is always executed. Now that's so important to realize because there's certain times where it seems like evil is winning. Right. There are certain times where it seems like justice is not being done.
Yeah.
And we need to remember justice always ultimately will be done. Why we see sometimes that it seems like the wicked prospers because we serve a God who is long-suffering. And that's such a blessing for us. And when the shoe's on the other foot, we're really glad that we serve a God who is long-suffering. So part of giving thanks because his name is near is recognizing that his justice is near. And that's a reason to give thanks. So even though maybe I haven't seen justice yet, it's near. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Instant justice.
Yeah.
You always fight for it when it's not you the one on the chopping block.
Right. And it's so important for us to put ourselves in that other position. Right. You know, it's so easy for us to think of ourselves as the hero of our story. Sometimes we're the anti-hero. Yeah. Right. The second reason he gives here is when the earth and all its inhabitants shake, I am the one who steadies its pillars. And so like I don't know if you've been in an earthquake, right? When things are shaking, or you've just been in an uncertain situation. Anytime things seem like they're falling apart, what God is saying is, I am the one who's steadying the pillars of the earth. He's
it's a really
the one,
comforting thought.
Yeah, he's holding it all together, right? And so there's times where our feelings or our circumstances can make it seem like God is far off. No, his name is near. He's right here. He's going to execute justice. He's going to establish his creation. He's going to hold it secure. He's going to protect us. So even though it seems like the very foundations of the earth are shaking, God is the foundation, and he is not shaken. So this is why we give thanks, because his name is near.
Yeah. Well, that's Psalm 75. 1 through 3, giving thanks because God's name is near. He's the one who holds the chaos still, as it were. You know, it's interesting, just how when we worry that like the worst will happen. When this happens, okay, the final fall off the cliff is going to happen eventually, like in a story or something like that. And it's like in our lives, whenever we think about when we worry about, oh, this has happened and now the worst is coming. It's like, okay, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting because God's still holding it together.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Wait on the Lord.
Wait on the Lord.
Renew your strength.
All right. Well, I hope this was a blessing to you guys today, Faith Community, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.